Wow, there's 9 people here, according to my screen. Hard to believe, but that's what it says. That moon's starting to get quite full. Hi, Ginger and Alyssa. Thanks for being here, for your help. Hello, Kim. Good evening to you in Edmonton. Wolf. Good evening, Wolf. Hope you're going to be safe and sound from the hurricane passing by to your south and east. Hi, Ryan. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hi, Dan. Oh, it's a little chilly, but not bad. It's 17 Celsius. I think that's about 64, maybe, Fahrenheit. Chloe and JB, good evening to you. I hope you're going to weather the upcoming storm well. All right, I don't know if I missed somebody, but it's like our numbers settle down to 6 now. Let's turn our light on. There's a few moths at the light. I find my switch. Got just a light wind blowing from, I think it's coming from the south, but hardly any movement at all here. Okay, what do we look at first here? I wonder what this is. Not sure about this one. Could be the rosy rustic. That's might be where I'd look first. I was looking it up. Rosy rustic, which would be a new one for us. We'll just tentatively call it that. Yeah, I like the name too, Rosy Rustic. Even if it's not correct. Down here below it is a Baltimore snout and a large yellow underwing. This one that we looked at it's called Divided Olitrudes. Over here, it looks like a small phoenix, which we haven't seen for a while. I can get it in the camera somehow. No, I don't think it's a small phoenix, sorry. Sorry, Ginger. It's not a small phoenix. It's one of the snout moths. Like closely related to Baltimore snout in the same genus, I think Hypena, Hypena. But I don't think this is a Baltimore. I have to look that one up. This is a Baltimore here. This is not a Baltimore. Oh, I just flew off. Okay, Alyssa and Ginger, remind me, now it's back. Remind me to look this one up. That's the one that looks like one that we saw last night that I hummed and hawed about being the reticulated fruitworm moth. Still not sure that's what it is. Oh, look who's here. Wow, it's the Gallium sphinx moth, or bedstraw hawk moth, which we saw once before. Feeds on bedstraw, which is a really common plant in our yard here. This is a real beauty. It's got to be just about my favorite hawk moth, a sphinx moth. Yeah, there's a bit of pink in the hind wings. You can just barely see it. Look at the blue on the abdomen as well. That's something I hadn't noticed before, that blue on the abdomen. It's amazing. Obviously not pleased with what I did, so looks like he's getting ready to leave. Sorry. White banded tooth carpet. This is the one I was saying I think could be rosy rustic, but not sure. So another species that looks like this is bronze cutworm. So that's a possibility also. I'll have to sort that out. Oh, our bedstraw hawk moth is caught behind the light here. Give me a second to get him out. There it goes. Some of the larger moths can get in a position behind this fluorescent UV light where they sort of are trapped, or they think they're trapped and they kind of panic. Here's a Red Cross shield bug. No email. What are the biggest moths in our area? Well, first of all, welcome. Nice to see you. We have a number of the large silkworms, like Cecropia and Polyphemus and Luna moth. Those are the largest moths that we have here. We also have lots of large sphinx moths as well. And we have some large underwings, like the pink underwing and the white underwing. I think I saw Morales there. Good evening, Morales. Great to have you back again. So, is that just a worn reticulated fruitworm moth or not? I'm not sure that it is. Should have looked that up from last night. There's a nice big leafhopper in the genus Gyponoma. Nice pattern in the wings. See all the venation. Some obscure stripes on the top of the head and thorax. Genus Gyponoma, G-Y-P-O-N-O-M-A, Gyponoma. Yeah, well, it's a bit livelier than it has been in recent nights. There's a nice green lacewing, white banded tooth carpet, a mosquito on my palm. That was a pink-barred glyph. Pink-barred lithocodia is another name for them. At one point, but it's very worn. A lot of scales are missing. Pattern is very obscured. Another look at the green lacewing. And who's this? Well, this is it's one of the aquatic crambids, like pondside parallid, maybe. One we've seen before a few times. The larvae live in the water, feed on aquatic vegetation. Here it is down here. If I can get some light on it. Anyway, I think the larvae feed on water lilies, or the roots of water lily. Here's a Baltimore snout. Gypsy moth, a male gypsy moth, also known as spongy moth. I have no idea what family that fly would be in there. There's a beetle. We haven't been seeing many beetles at the sheet. Small one, about 6 millimeters, 6-7 millimeters long. Ichneumon wasp here on the side of the light. Of course, the camera wants to focus on the label rather than the wasp. The leafhopper. Looks like another Gyponoma. We'll soon be seeing Gyponomas like this that have some or a lot of red in them. And the green coloration is replaced with red. Tend to come a little later. Well, we're almost into September, so I was just going to say they come in the gypsy moth. There's some kind of a Macaria, an angle moth, the genus Macaria. Guessing some pieces of its wings. Oh, this is new. I'm gonna have to get out my card so we have better exposure on this. This is called the chevron moth, if I'm not mistaken. I think I can get a better view of it here with the white card. Chevron moth. You can see it has its abdomen curled up, pointing skyward almost. It is beautiful color, really nice color. Sort of a peachy orange. Yeah, those front legs are pretty long. You're right, Melissa. Chevron. See from the side how the abdomen is curved up. Chevron moths always perch that way. Nice. A newbie, Chloe. It's like a sharp-angled carpet moth there. Flame-shouldered dart. Oh, here's I guess this is a white marked tussock moth. One a couple of nights ago. Those long legs, those legs that they always hold out in front of them. That's it, Ginger. Tussock is with an O. instead of a second U. What did Ryan say that was right? I'll have to go back later and look at that. It's a nice caddisfly here. Kind of medium length antenna for a caddisfly. He predicted a tussock. Ah, good call. Well, here's a larger caddisfly, a different species. This one's pretty big. Those strips of cloth are 11 millimeters. So this one's almost an inch. And he's off. There's the green lacewing, red cross shield bug, Baltimore snouts. That aquatic crambit is up here now. Starting to become a bit worn. Look at the carpet moths here on the light. 1, 2, 3, 4. All look the same, white banded tooth carpet. Nice little micro moth here. Okay, just take another look here on the side before oh, here's a pink barred glyph that's quite fresh and showing the pattern. Those bars in the forward part of the wing are usually pale pinkish. This moth used to be in the genus Lithocodia. Used to be called pink-barred Lithocodia. It's a buff-tipped Epinodia that's very worn. Gypsy moth on the shingle there. Flame-shouldered dart. This is a red twin spot, which is a type of carpet moth. Who was channeling Pink Floyd there? Dan, I should have known. YouTube, leave my res alone. Gotcha. Okay. Don't see anyone else new here. Maybe we haven't looked at this caddisfly. This one is pretty long antenna, about twice the length of the body. All right, over on the right half of the sheet, nice fresh one. Could be what the other one was too. Like we went through this last night, I know. The other one just could be a very worn one. I see an Aclaris here that we haven't seen before probably. I don't know what it is, but it's a micromoth in the genus Aclaris, A-C-L-E-R-I-S, Aclaris. See if I can get better light on the other side. Oh, didn't like the light. Here's I think this is American Idea moth. And he's gone. This one up here. Zestia dolosa. Getting ready to fly away. Oh, here's a big moth. This is an underwing. Darn, it's down right at the bottom of the sheet. I'm gonna see if I can raise it up. This is gonna be, I think it's pink. It's gonna be a pink underwing. Or white. I think this is going to be a pink underwing. And I don't know whether we're going to get a chance to see the underwings or not. Oh, I think I just saw some pink. Yep, there's a little trace of pink there. The black band on the end of the hind wing. Oh. Sorry. It flew away, but at least we know what it is now. Pink underwing. Hopefully it'll come back and it'll show us its underwings a little better. Some kind of a leaf roller, perhaps a three-lined leaf roller. Ginger, I think it worked. You showing the pink underwing video over and over again. Who else is up here? The carpet, another caddisfly. I hear a couple of warblers going over. That's a Zestia. Another Zestia here. Couple more carpets. And this would be a large yellow underwing. Other Zestia. Yeah. Nice big caddisfly here. And a Zestia dolosa behind it. Flame-shouldered dart. There's Zestia. Couple more carpet moths. Pug moth here of some kind. Could be the wormwood pug. A little overexposed there. Up here. Ooh. This is a new one for us. What is it called? I think it's called four-line borer. I think it's new. We might have had one before. Four-line borer. That's it, Alyssa. It's in the genus Resapamea. R-E-S-A-P-A-M-E-A. Resapamea. Perfect, Alyssa. Thank you. Great. Does that ring a bell with anybody? Do you think we saw one before? This is a very fresh one. This is as good as they look. It's a fairly common moth. So we may have seen one before. I just don't recall. There's a nice crane fly in here. Beautiful pattern on the wings. Chloe, you don't remember that one? Alyssa, no. Yeah, Morales, I'm still learning them too. I make a lot of mistakes, so keep that in mind if you're writing down what I'm saying. I love the pattern in the wings of this crane fly here. So that forewing is well, the wing. Remember, it's crane flies are diptera, so they only have 2 wings. So the wing is mostly black with some translucent areas. You can see the little calipers underneath the wings there. And up here. Some kind of a leaf roller that's very, very worn. Flame-shouldered dart. Flame-shouldered dart. Flame-shouldered dart. Another gypsy moth. This is a moth in the genus Aethes, Aethes, but I'm not sure what species it is. Doing some grooming. No, I'm not, Morales, I'm not even sure I've ever seen a female. I see lots of photographs of them, and I know they're pretty drab compared to them. Well, not drab, they're very pale. They don't have any markings on them. They have small antennae. Oh, here's a new one for us, I think. This is called the fragile carpet. I'm not sure. We might have seen it before. It's a beautiful little small small carpet moth. Fragile carpet. And it's gone. I think it's a newbie. That's a 3-line leaf roller there. Yeah, Kim, that was really beautiful. They're such small, delicate looking moths. Fragile looking. Well, this is not a reticulated fruitworm moth for sure. Another one I'll have to look up. Very interesting pattern. The midge just arrived, a male midge. Well, I shouldn't say just arrived. The sheet's covered with them. Green lacewing again. Gypsy moth. Okay, so this is the same one I was scratching my head about earlier. Could this just be a really dark Baltimore snout? I mean, I guess it could be. Have to check that. Here's a more typical Baltimore snout, but it's pretty much the same pattern. Not sure. And lesser maple spanworm here. Yeah, Alyssa, it could be just a fresher one, you're right. There's a plume moth. The classic T shape. Look at those legs. And actually the two hind legs are off the ground. Kind of like forming a tail. You can see they have sort of like spines on the legs. Looks like he's having balancing problems. Nice. That little beetle we looked at earlier. It's a little micro moth in the genus Ancillus. Don't know. Okay, I did scare the sheet. Do one more check here on the shingles. Carpet moth. Pink bird glyph again. Oh, somebody has a question. So those wings unfurl. I guess you're talking about the carpet moth. Yeah, they do. They're not super wide when they're unfurled. Where'd he go? I guess he's moved on already. But yeah, they're quite wide. I mean, they'd have to be a lot wider than they are now in order for it to get airborne. The hind wings are really, really reduced on plume moths. So the hind wings, I'm sure, don't really help much with flight, but the forewings are pretty large. Whoop. Not sure. Not sure. Another little micro moth. We'll do a final tour over here on the right side of the sheet. This is another red twin spot, a different individual than we saw earlier. Reticulated fruitworm moth. Not a reticulated fruitworm moth. It's like a Baltimore flying there. And I don't see anything else new over here on the shingles or along the right edge of the sheet. Hi, Brianna. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. We're just about to conclude here, actually. Just doing a final check across the sheet here for anything new that might have come in. There's this big caddisfly. There's the plume moth. caddisfly. Here's a little leafhopper. Hard to get much light on it, I'm afraid. Seems like he's rocking back and forth. Doing a little jig for us. Not sure who this is. Kind of a coachella. It looks like it's in the genus Aethes as well. It's a grass veneer down here. This could be Leech's grass veneer, like I think we saw one last couple of nights ago. I think it was last night actually. And who's this that just came in here? That could be cloudy arches. Where'd it go? Gosh. I thought it was going to stick around, but I don't see it on the sheet. Let's see who this is here. Not sure. Something related to the herpetogrammas. I think this is the chevron moth. Probably the same individual, but this time he has his wings folded. So we're seeing the underside of the wings here. Not sure I've ever seen a chevron moth with his wings folded before. This is wheathead armyworm moth, which I think we saw back in June, but not since then, so it must be a new generation. This one seems quite fresh. Wheathead armyworm moth, that's it, Ginger. Perfect, thank you. Well, I presume the caterpillars feed in the seed heads of wheat. I guess, I'm not sure of that, but I think that's where the name comes from. And I think they're sort of considered an agricultural pest, so they probably can occur in huge numbers some years and affect wheat crops. Oh, the chevron has opened its wings up now. Right down here. Opened its wings and put its abdomen up in the air. A beauty. All right, well, I think that might, as I don't look any further here. Yeah, we almost got an hour in. So I think, take a look at the moon here. I'll shut the light off. The moon up above our old shed. Some nice clouds up there. It's very, very attractive if I could get the camera to focus on it. Let me see. Nita's having a barking fit tonight. Anyway, thanks everyone. Really appreciate it as always. Alyssa and Ginger, another bang up job with typing all those names out. Thank you so much. You guys are a tremendous help. Morales, thank you for joining us again. Take care. Hope things are going well in the Bronx. Good night, Brianna. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Ryan. Have a good night, Ryan. Thank you so much. Kim, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you always. Chloe, JB, all the best to you. Thanks, thanks, thanks. 15 people watching for a moment, Ryan. I'm not sure about those numbers sometimes. I don't know where they come from, but anyway. Hope I haven't missed anyone. Good night, Morales. Thank you so much. Got your happy green spot away from the drama. Well, not too much drama here. You're right. Good night, everyone. Precipitation brought to us compliments of Hurricane Franklin, I believe, on Wednesday. Maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain. But tomorrow night should be okay. See you then, if not before. Bye-bye.